Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it.
Let's talk about this. Let's talk about that. Let's talk about rumors. Let's talk about facts.
We gon' talk about life. We gon' talk about death. Romance, finances, generational wealth.
Let's talk about it.
Let's talk about it.
Let's talk about it.
Let's talk about it.
Hello. How you doing?
I'm doing fine. How are you?
Awesome. And how are all of y'all doing? My name is Marsha E. Dudley.
And I am Etoya Lewis.
And welcome to
Let's talk about it. Look, I'm trying to move this here mop out the way Carlos left. And I'm just now seeing it. Oh my God.
So we got some really good conversation pieces tonight.
I'm excited.
Do you see I'm wearing some red lipstick?
I see you, girl.
Mm-hmm.
I see it. I was gonna put on red, but I just went on and put on my little ballerina.
Yeah.
Is that what this is? I don't even know what I got on.
So tonight, y'all, thank y'all so much for joining us tonight. We have some really, like I said, we have some really good conversation pieces tonight. We're going to talk about some trending news, and we're going to have a special guest later on this evening. So y'all make sure you stick around because she's going to bring some really good nuggets. She is in the process of completing her first flip, a home flip. So we want to get some information from her. And like I told her, her name is Crystal Heath. And like I was telling her is that we want to bring her on. She hasn't completely closed on her flip. She hasn't finished the process, but I wanted to get her on here so we could maybe do a part 1 and then a part 2 of this. So I think that the information that she shares is going to be super important and juicy and good for those that are interested in expanding your portfolio with house flipping. It's something that I've thought about, but again, to do something like that, it takes a lot, I believe. So, well, we're gonna find out. And then tonight we're gonna talk about what was the words that you used for it? What were your words?
Oh my goodness, I don't even remember what I said. Y'all know I'm getting older, right? I just want to put that out there that I'm getting a little bit older, so I don't always remember everything. But I said loving people from a distance.
Loving people from a distance. So I don't know if y'all, I hope that the ones that are watching and the ones that will rewatch this, I would love for y'all to go back and look at yesterday's 15 Minutes of Fame.
Please go back. It was so good.
Yeah, it was really, really good. The young man that we had on there, he was very real, raw. And those, I love those type of interviews. And he dropped a lot of nuggets on there. And we've had this conversation in the past. And it was a heated conversation at one point because we talked about
for a moment we was gonna just break out into a fight. No. I'm just kidding.
But we talked about being incarcerated and the mindset of those that get out of prison or jail or whatever. And we discussed about how some people choose to go back to the situation that they were in and repeat and just just become a repeat offender. And then there are some who have that aha moment in the belly of the whale, and they come out of prison and jail and they say, you know what, I'm gonna change my life.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, Carlos Bernard Lewis. He just said, Marsha E. Dudley, did you see Kerry came uphill, got the keys to his food truck today?
I did. I saw that. I'm telling you. I know. That's what my baby say. I know. I was.
Terry was on our 15 minutes of fame yesterday, and he was talking to us about the things that he's looking forward to and the things he's been through and how he's trying to move forward in business.
Yes.
That he always didn't make the right decisions.
Yeah. Yeah. And I'm talking about, I saw that today and I was like, oh, that's good. That's good. That's good. But yeah, so we're gonna start off right there though. I'm a firm believer that if a person has a true desire to be great, that no matter what situation that they are in, born in, put themselves in, or whatever, if you got that fight, if you have it in you to be great, you're gonna find a way to be great. And
I believe that there are times where you can be broken to where you don't feel great and you don't feel like you deserve to be happy or to have more than what you already have. So yeah, everybody has the tendency to be great. I would tell my boys that every morning before they left my site, go be great, go be great. And they would always look at me like, whatever.
but it's clicking, and that's the thing. I think that our conversation, where I think that I maybe I was misunderstood, and no, maybe not. Sometimes I just say stuff that I'll just say what I want to say. But
very controversial, you are.
Yes, I am. Because I feel like there are no excuses. That after a while you have to give up excuses. Let's say that you, like I said, if you've been to you were in the ghetto, born in the ghetto, you was born, you went to jail, you did this and that, you got out, and you continue to do and act the way that you act. I don't have any sympathy for those type of people unless they truly don't have anybody that is in the community trying to tell them, hey, get out. But I've never known of whether you're in jail or whatever. I've never known where people have not had the opportunity, somebody telling them, you can do better, you can be great, you can do this. And I don't know if that situation, I don't care where I've lived. I've always heard somebody, whether it was a preacher, the lady across the street. I believe that God always put somebody in our life that will speak the word.
Has to be more to the conversation than you can do it. You can do it. There has to be more to the conversation.
There's always more to the conversation, but at the end of the day, I feel like everybody has a choice, and some people choose.
Yes, everyone has a choice. Mm-hmm. Everyone does have a choice, but there are also circumstances that hinder you from making the choice that you may want them to make.
Okay, what like what?
Trauma, just different trauma can have you bound in your mind from not.
And I agree with that, but like I was saying the last time, when we start talking and generalizing everything, half of the time it's always just 1%. It's not there's more people. Like I always say, there's 45 million African Americans in the world, and only the 1%, 2% is featured on the news. The rest of us are nothing like the people that are being featured on the news. The rest of us are nothing like what you see on TV. We're nothing like that. And so when we start talking about our community, we always talk about the 1%. It's more people. There's more people out here trying to get it than there are people that's not trying to get it. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And I think a big part of that, and we're going into this, is the company that you keep. You have to get around. I always tell people, your circle will change your life. And you can't take everybody with us. And a lot of times when those people that get out of jail, those people, whatever, they go back to the environment that they know. They connect with people that ain't doing anything. Your circle is so important. If you go and look at your friends, 9 times out of 10, like I always say, you see something inside of all of your friends that represent a piece of you. Because if you didn't, you wouldn't be friends with them.
Right.
And so I feel like in order to, let's say the person that, like Carrie, for instance, he just got out, he said he got out of jail. He was sitting in jail. He was like, you know what? I can't do this. There had to be something or somebody else that was speaking into him. And he said who it was. It was his mama. It was his mama. And then looking at his kids and his girl, there has to be something that pricks you on the inside. Your why. I always call it people call it your why. So I think that we make a lot of excuses for a lot of people, and I don't make no excuses for nobody. Everybody has an opportunity to be great. But
I'm not.
go on, because I know you're gonna say something. Go on.
I somewhat agree that everyone has the opportunity. I agree with that, but I still feel like there's always a mental block that keep people from doing things that they probably should do. I mean, there's no arguing about it. I've talked time and time again about how, sometimes you grow up in an area, you may be fortunate enough to leave, and then you may not. And so you are accustomed to a way of living that other people are not.
Okay.
Everybody won't leave out. And for those people who will not leave, you just leave them there. If that's the life that they want, that's the life that there's nothing you can do.
I agree with that.
But you have to be tired of living the way that you're living in order to break the cycle. You have to be tired.
Yeah.
And until you come to that breaking point, you're going to continue to do this. That's just like being in an abusive relationship. Mm-hmm. Until you're tired, you won't leave. You'll stay there. You will make every excuse in the book on why you supposed to stay, or why you should be there.
And then you have these people who they are in a bad situation, and they say, you know what? Let me just try to find some good in this situation. And I find that a lot of people that like when I was living in Oak Cliff or whatever, I would see a bunch of people be like, okay, well, this is my circumstance, this is where I'm at, so let me make the best out of this situation. So they get them apartment, they try to fix up their apartment, they get them cars, and in their mind, I'm never leaving this place, so I might as well fix it up. And to me, that's just like washing the outside of a cup, but leaving the inside dirty. And that's just my personal opinion. When I knew that I was not, like, for instance, we stand at this house, this is not my home. I'm passing through here. You ain't gonna see not one picture up in here. I'm not even trying to make it a home, because
you're not trying to get comfortable.
Girl, I ain't getting comfortable. You see them flowers back there? Victor put them up there, because Marsha definitely didn't put it up here, because this is not my home. This is a stopping place. And so many times people try to make a home out of a stopping place. No, you always have to stay focused.
You stay focused, but in staying focused, even if you're living up in a place or in an environment that's not necessarily conducive to what you want out of life, and you have children, it is important for you to instill in them. We may be poor, but our mind is rich.
Yes.
And until we start doing that, it's going to be that same cycle over and over and over and over again of the teenage pregnancies and the abusive relationships and the drugs and the alcohol and all these other things that keep us bound where we're out of our mind and not doing the things that we need to.
And I completely agree with you. And let me tell you, I said the other day, I'm done talking to grown folks. I'm only talking to children because I realized when I went to King Spa the other day.
Oh my goodness.
I love black people, but I ain't niggas. I'm not gonna lie to nobody.
We cannot bleep that out. I just want you to know.
And I'm okay with that.
Out on YouTube to the world.
That's true. That's true. Well, let me tell you, and it's the truth, okay? And I'm just gonna be straight up. I don't even care. I love black people. I ride for black people, but at some point in time, we cannot keep being the same way. And I feel like I constantly beat a dead horse. I'm tired of dealing with grown folks. I got to hit these kids now. I'm revamping my whole what I'm about to do. I'm about to build this thing called Dream Academy, where I start teaching these kids that you can dream outside of your four walls, and that if your mother and your father, they're not doing anything with their life, that does not have to be. That's not your destiny. I have to, because when I say disappointed in black people, not black people, disappointed in niggas, on Saturday, I was disappointed. I was disappointed, and that's the truth.
Let me hide my face.
You hide your face. I'm telling you. I think that Cicely, Oprah, all of them would agree.
Know her.
They would all agree. There's a difference. But there shouldn't be a difference. When we go out in public, we go out to these nice, beautiful places, and we treat it like garbage, hot garbage. That's what we treat it like. Hot garbage, being ghetto and loud and ignorant. And then I always want to pull the race card.
What happened? I think that's what you want everybody to know what happened. What happened? What made you call people the N-word?
Niggas? No, I call them niggas. I'm called black people. They're kings and queens. But then you have some niggas. And people don't, we should get rid of the word niggas. No, we should not get rid of the word niggas. Some of these niggas is niggas. And that's the truth. Let's go to another topic. Let's talk about Bill Cosby.
Oh my goodness. Okay. Y'all, she's on one today, and I don't know how to like get her off of one, because she's been mad about this spa
for a week.
And since last week.
For a week.
And the fact that it came up now, and we were supposed to be talking about loving people from a distance. Sometimes you have to love people from a distance, because let's get back on that.
Okay.
Because we were talking about Carrie and how he went to prison and
he went to jail.
Jail. Sorry. He went to jail, and he got his mind right. Mm-hmm. But what I wanted to ask while she was doing her 15 minutes of fame, I was working, so I couldn't even type anything. I just had to listen. But what I wanted to know is, did you get out of jail and go back to hanging with the same people that you were hanging with and doing the same stuff that you were doing when you got caught up in everything? Like, did you go back, or did you change your crowd? That's what I wanted to know, because we can have friends.
Yeah.
We can have associates, acquaintances, all those people. But I feel like people have seasons too.
Yes, definitely.
And when you get caught up into some negative stuff, maybe that season is coming to an end. Mm-hmm. Because you have to know how to separate yourself, especially when it causes problems for you. Anytime it's a personal thing for you, you have to separate yourself from people, or it's going to destroy you.
Yes. You know what? That's why. Let me tell you. That's why you my yin. We yin and yang because I'll go off right here, and you just pull that right off. Back. I see you, sis. I see you. Yes, you
You
right.
see
I see you. Yes, and that's it. You have to separate yourself. You cannot continue to keep um going in hanging out with the same people.
Carlos says we all have the same opportunity to live a purpose-driven life. There are three words that stuck with me while in the army that I believe are cornerstones of living a healthy life:
Come on
purpose,
now.
direction, and motivation. Those three words will keep you focused.
I like those three words too. I really like those three words: purpose, direction, and motivation.
Isn't that the part of the being a leader?
Yeah.
Purpose, direction, and motivation. It's been so long since I.
But he's definitely right. And the thing is, so many times though, is that most people will start doing really good and they think that they owe their family, owe people something. So they're trying to bring them with them. And you can't bring everybody.
Everybody can't come with you.
No.
Some
And
people, like I said, some people have a season.
Mhm.
Once that season is over, it's over.
Yeah.
We're not hanging out no more and doing things we used to do. We not like everything changes as far as that relationship with whoever is moving through that season, or that season has passed by, or however you want to look at it.
Yeah.
And you have to know the difference. Everybody's
have to
not
know.
supposed to be in your life forever.
Yeah. But that's the thing. We have a hard time of letting people go, especially family. But I don't have no issue cutting.
I
nobody
have
off.
no problem loving people from a distance. Not one.
And last year I went through this thing of saying, do you add value to my life? And if you added value to my life, I put a check mark and kept you. If you did not, I crossed you out. And I kept right on going.
Well, okay. So in saying value to your life, what do you mean? What do you mean by value to your life? Because love is valuable.
Yes. But okay, love is valuable. But does your love add value to my life? And when I say that, meaning that, okay, I have this person who says that they love me, but they constantly hurting me. Your love adds no value.
First of all, love does not hurt.
I agree with you. But you have people that are your blood that they say, I love you, but they may be they may be making decisions in their life that keep affecting you. And they love you, but they keep making bad decisions that continue to keep hurting you.
Okay, so
I gotta cut you off.
I feel like if someone that's a family member were to do something that hurt me, and we talked about what happened, and they do it again, they already know how I feel about it. Now they're being disrespectful with it. So I feel like there is an opportunity to get it right that must occur when it comes to your family. But when you see that they can't get right.
Yeah, I think you give everybody an opportunity, whether it's family or friends. You give everybody an opportunity, but at the end of the day, if the relationship that you have with that person is smothering you, causing you physical, emotional pain, damage, whatever, I think that you're supposed to cut it off. And when I say cut it off, it doesn't mean that you have just never talked to that person. That means that you you say, okay, from this point on, you don't
be in love from a distance.
Yes. And that's what I'm saying. And we have to be strong enough to do that. Where I'm going in my life, and let me tell you,
you can't take everybody with you.
That's right. And people may say this is the most arrogant thing that I could possibly say. And it's not arrogant, it's confidence. I know who I am. I know where I'm going. I'm gonna be famous. And this conversation right here gonna probably be one of them conversations that come back and they be gonna be replaying it. And I'm gonna be like, What do you want me to say? I was I may be 50 at that time. I was 41 years old. And I just wasn't thinking that we say things in a period of time. And right now I stand by everything that I say. But where I'm going in my life, I can't take everybody with me. And I'm okay with that.
Carrie Hill says, Carlos Lewis, you've been a big part of my motivation to keep pushing and own my own house one day, my own car, and take care of my family.
That's right. That's good. Hey, you know what? He's on here, so let's ask him. Carrie, when you got out, did you continue to hang with the people that you were hanging with before you went into jail? Did you go back to hanging with the exact same people? And if you did, how did you prevent? What did you do mentally to stop you from making any more additional bad decisions with those people?
And congratulations on your food truck.
Yes, and congratulations on your food truck. I'm so freaking proud of you. We having a whole let's talk about it about you. Okay, while he's thinking about that, we got to talk about Bill Cosby because we're gonna bring Krista on at 8:15. So I want to make sure we get some Bill Cosby time, or we can wait to talk about Bill Cosby at the end. You let me know what you want to do.
I'm gonna need you not to be looking like that because you look like somebody was coming up on you or something.
It's raining, and look, Victor and Gianna is in the pool. So I'm waiting for I was looking for him to be rolling through here real quick. Lord help us.
Okay. So Bill Cosby.
Yeah.
I'm excited that he got his sentence. Whatever it was called, pardon. It's not pardon. It was can't even think of the word.
They reversed it. They said that
reversed.
Yeah.
That's it. Reverse. Hey, reverse.
And so, did you see how a bunch of people attacked Felicia Rashad?
Mm-hmm.
And the one thing that I don't like about this society, this new society that we live in, is that
social media society.
Yeah. And it's not even that, it's social media. We live in
social media because guarantee you wouldn't be able to just go to Felicia Rashad and tell her anything.
Yeah.
Before social media.
Well, and it's also that we live in a society that everybody is extremely sensitive. And
cancel culture is what they call it.
Huh?
It's cancel culture. That's what they call it.
Oh, cancel culture gonna eat me up then. When I okay. The thing is that I feel like nobody thinks that you're supposed to have an opinion, and that if your opinion does not go with everybody else's, you're wrong. That's my only issue that I have with this new social media society that that we live in.
Okay, there's something happening over here. Okay, Carlos says, I try to surround myself with people who are like jumper cables. If you can't charge me up the same way I charge you up, then my life can run without you. And so Carrie says, the last time I went to jail and got out, I changed my surrounding and didn't hang with the same people. That's when I finally started swing a change. Pudding.
Okay, so he just proved he proved my point. He proved our point. You cannot continue to hang around the same people. Birds of the same feather flock together. You hang with poor mentality. You hang around with buzzers. You hang around with chickens. You're gonna be a chicken. You're gonna be a buzzard, and you're gonna have a negative mentality. And that's point blank. Period.
Yes.
Period. Pooh.
Okay, Rebecca.
You listen to friends.
You know, with the whole Felicia Rashad making the comment that she made, as a lifetime friend, that's what she did. You have to separate her being Felicia Rashad, Debbie Allen's sister, or Felicia Rashad, the actress, or Felicia, you have to separate all that, because in the end, her loyalties are to him. She's never witnessed him doing anything.
Yeah.
You can tell me, Lord forbid, my husband ever was to hurt somebody, but you can tell me he did that. I'm not going to just believe what you said.
And even and let's say that he did do it, he hurt somebody. Okay, he hurt somebody, but you can't, it doesn't mean that you stop loving that person.
Right. Exactly.
That's what a lot of people, they get so, it's like
you're just supposed to stop. Everything's supposed to drop.
That person's bad, they're horrible, you don't love them, they're not worthy to be loved. Nothing. No. If like you said, if my brother, somebody, if my sister, somebody went and, God forbid, they did whatever to somebody, what they did was horrible. What they did was wrong, but I still love them. I still love them. And you cannot, get mad at somebody because they have an opinion about something. Well, I have a bunch of opinions about a lot of stuff.
You sure do.
Yeah, I do. And like I say, yeah. Can't post coming some destinations. Did anybody say something else?
Nope.
Okay, no.
No one said anything. At least I didn't get it on my phone if they did.
Yeah.
But what do you guys think about the whole Bill Cosby being freed and the whole situation?
Just like the whole thing with R. Kelly. Like I tell people, they're like, I ain't never playing R. Kelly song.
You're crazy. And I'm doing one the next time we do karaoke.
My thing is, I keep on trying to tell people, and everybody,
you have to separate the man
from the music,
his indiscretions over the artist. The man he's a genius.
And I'm telling you, our whole 90s would be wiped out. We've had this discussion. Our whole 90s would be wiped out. He made every song, either made it, wrote it. He wrote the gospel songs. He wrote the R&B,
even not just the 90s, 2000.
Yes. So, yeah, I ain't gonna be able to do it. Yeah. And I also stick behind the fact that just like these people, like the Michael Jackson people, the people was taking their kids over to Michael's house.
Right.
These people were allowing R. Kelly to mentor their children, allowing a 14-year-old girl to go and stay at R. Kelly house. Grown man.
Without you.
And you know what R. Kelly looked like? 14 years old, please. What are you talking about?
Did you say you know what R. Kelly looked like? You know what R. Kelly sound like.
And then he come through there. I'm 14 years old. R. Kelly, and I remember what I was like at 14 years old. 14 years old, R. Kelly rolled through there with his shirt on, had just finished singing Bump and Grind, and with the bald head too. I'm pregnant.
But that's what I was talking about. I was like, everybody has to stop and think about how they were when they were a teenager. If your mama told you can go to this concert and you get the opportunity to hang out with R. Kelly, do you not hang out with him?
I told you I'm pregnant. I would have been, they were stupid because I would have got pregnant. That's what I really want to tell them. They were all stupid. I'm getting pregnant.
Okay, Carla says the Bill Cosby case is full of so much speculation. It took a lot of his accusers over 30 years to remember what happened to them. Not saying it didn't happen and not saying it did happen. Just hard to believe.
Okay, and I also want to remind y'all that in the 70s, they did a lot of drugs, all of them. And that's all I'm not, and I'm gonna say that. They did a lot of drugs.
Yes.
And if you come over to you go over to Bill Cosby
You
house.
come to my yes. You come into my house at 2:00 in the morning.
What you think finna go down?
Ain't no call like a booty call. Hey, hey.
He coming on. You want some yellow pudding? No.
Some pudding pop.
Yes, yes. Because he's planning on getting some pudding pops. Okay. Yes.
He gonna play hide the pudding pop. That explain why everybody talked about having a headache and needing aspirin and just aspirin.
They knew what was up. Okay, they knew you coming over at 2:00 in the morning talking about you got a headache. You finna have more than a headache, boo. You about to have.
I was laughing at you. I just want you to know, Sharita.
Yeah, I'm telling you.
Carlos says, so if they're going to believe
Come on now,
who accused Bill, what about the 22 that accused Donald Trump?
Well, he said he grabs them right in the.
He already said what he do, but they don't hear that. They don't care about that because then that means I need to get a shirt that says you can grab me by my anytime.
Well, the thing is that Donald Trump wasn't trying to go and buy a TV station to try and educate Black people and offer positive content and add some type of value to the community. He wasn't going to do that. That's what Bill Cosby was about to do. He's wanting to, and not to say that Oprah is not, no, Oprah don't add a lot of value. She has a whole network. Some of her stuff is good, some of it's not. She let Tyler keep making all them crazy shows and stuff like that. But
I think there's something going on with them because all his new shows are on BET.
Yes.
And the shows that he has on the OWN network is coming to an end. This is the last one is the Have and Have Nots, and there's only 2 or 3 more episodes left in this season.
Because hopefully Oprah has come to her senses and say, you know what? Why don't we start adding some stuff that offers some value to our community? Let Marsha get $1 billion.
But she's not doing that. Like she okay, I take that back. She does the whole love thing, but she focuses more on celebrities than anything.
Mm-hmm. See, I don't look at TV, so I'm probably the last time I looked at TVs, that's what was on was Oprah, Tyler Perry stuff. So that just lets you know, I don't look at a lot of TV. But my thing is she should have a black news, giving us more than reality TV crap. Yeah, I hate reality TV. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. I think that reality TV is destroying the Black community.
Oh, why do you think that? You don't even watch TV, so how is it destroying the Black community?
Tell me one thing that any of those reality TVs. Tell me what piece of value that it adds to our community.
Well, I know this without a shadow of a doubt.
Mm-hmm.
They always try to, first of all, they show us wonderful vacations. That's the first thing.
Yes.
Secondly, they show us a different side of life. Everything doesn't have to be Popeye's chicken.
Yeah.
Everything don't have to be McDonald's. Everything doesn't have, like, they show us, okay, we can go to nice restaurants. We can make reservations and do this and do that. They show us Yoni Spa stuff that if you didn't know about it, hey, this is what they're doing over here in high society. This is how they keep their twat together. They show us the whole getting mammograms. They try to put different little things out there. They give little nuggets every now and then, and they try to tell everybody to be business minded.
Okay, somebody said
that little stuff in between the other stuff, in the fighting and the cattiness and all that other stuff. That's just a part of the entertainment. Because if I guarantee you, if all they talked about was how to be successful, where the best places to eat, and the best places to vacation, nobody would watch it.
And that's the sad part. You want to know why they wouldn't watch it? Because we are
You
addicted.
like entertainment. It's supposed to entertain you. There has to be something that entertains you, or you're not gonna watch it. Just like with the Housewives of Atlanta, when the whole Bolo situation, everybody's glued. That got the most views ever because it was entertaining.
Yeah, and then look, that's why people watch. Let's talk about it too. Now, if I constantly, what all we did was, because in reality, I have to have Toya, because in reality, I'm actually boring. The only thing that I will sit around and give y'all is financial advice, give y'all all these great nuggets. But me and you, we go back and forth all the time. So, and I try to bring some entertainment, but I like to give more knowledge than anything else, because when I tell you that I am sick and tired of Black people continuing to have this slave mentality, continuing to walk around here being defeated. I've been sharing stuff about bonnets and stuff like that. I'm laughing about it, but that stuff pisses me off. I watched a girl go into when I went to a restaurant on Sunday after I went to y'all's pop-up. Me and a friend went to a restaurant. We were the only Black people in this restaurant. You seen what I was looking like. Okay, I was cute that day. All right, with my heels and my
I saw it.
Okay, and my friend was nice. Then we're getting out. I'll see Kwee. I see them, Kwee, her mama and her little sister, raggedy behinds, going into this nice restaurant. And I knew all they was doing is probably getting some delivery. But why you couldn't take that bonnet off of your head? It pissed me off. It took everything out of me not to say, hey sis, wait a minute, before you walk up in there, take that bonnet off. But see, I know that I would have had to fight her, and then they would have been like, she's ghetto too.
Right.
You know?
Right. Exactly.
There is
Sharita says that they add promotion for their businesses.
Exactly.
Well, that's
so that they can give
that's what they're supposed to do.
Okay, yes, Toya, but they add promotion for their business.
So Candy doesn't have any commercials for her restaurant. But what I know about her restaurants, Blaze or the OLG, what I know about Rashida's stuff, if it wasn't for them being on reality TV, I would not know about that.
Okay, but Toy, what value is that adding to the Black community? It adds money to their pocket.
The Black-owned restaurant. Okay, let me read another one. Carlos says there's some truth to what Marsha said. I don't know what he's talking about. Sharita said they have a following and can use their platforms to influence people.
So why aren't they doing some literacy? Why aren't they doing all these stinking old
listen, they don't edit everything that they do. They're not the ones who's doing the editing.
No, Toya, I'm talking about they have a platform.
You're talking about the editors because they do tons of stuff. It just doesn't get shown.
I'm saying they have a platform. Why can't they use their just like they would say, hey, we're gonna do a work.
So you follow Portia Williams?
Just because Portia went did,
I'm asking you.
Yes, just because she went to jail. Black Lives Matter.
Hold on. She's a reality person, TV person, right? She does stuff outside of her reality show.
Mm-hmm.
But she has a following. So anytime she does a public service announcement about abuse, about drugs, about alcohol, about promoting small businesses, Black-owned businesses,
mm-hmm.
You're not going to see that on the Housewives. You can only see it if you follow her. So when you say that, in order for people to see it, they have to be influencers. She's not going to just be an influencer, just being Portia Stewart sitting over there on the side of the street. Nobody's going to follow that. They put themselves in situations to where they have a following, and then they can promote anything that they want to. And they do. If you follow them, you'll see what they put out there. Okay. Sharita said, okay. David says, David says, if alcohol is a drug, what's the difference between old Uncle Bill giving pills, drugs to his women, than a man or a woman giving each other a drink or two or three or smoking a joint and then having sex? In both situations, aren't they under the influence?
Yes.
Yes. I'm almost willing to bet that many of those women knew what time it was when they went to visit Uncle.
I completely agree.
Exactly. I agree, David. I agree.
Okay. And it is 8:15. We're gonna bring Crystal on with us, and we're gonna carry on just a little bit of this conversation. Then we're gonna jump into y'all. Crystal's gonna be talking to us about house flipping. So I'm
okay.
gonna bring her
let
on.
me say, Sharita said it adds jobs. Carlos says she takes her co-workers.
She sure do.
Husband too. And then Sharita said, yes, Toya.
No, she just said yes, Toya. Mm-mm.
Yes, Toya. That's how I read it.
Okay. Let me bring
Does
Crystal
have a
on.
bonnet on?
Oh, hey, hell no.
I'm just playing. I'm just kidding. I was nervous. I'm just kidding.
I love it, Crystal.
I'm
I
just
love it.
Look, and I thought she had one. I didn't see that girl.
I was like, does Crystal have a bonnet on? But
I wasn't even
she
paying
pulled out.
attention.
But that was so funny that she went and put that on because she was so. She did not look like that when she first sat down there.
You ain't right.
Oh, that
No,
was
ma'am,
funny.
you ain't right.
That was real good, Crystal. I love it.
Yeah. I don't agree with the bonnet thing either. I'm like, that is to keep your hair from rubbing your pillow. It needs to stay in your house and wear your regular hair outside if you're gonna wear it. You know what I'm saying? Don't
Put a hat on.
or put a hat on, please and
Yes.
thank you. Because when you see the bonnet, you're gonna see the fuzzy slide.
Somebody like that.
And she
said
had
on
on-
here.
Look, and she had on the girl and the rest. She had on slippers and all. I was so mad at her. So mad.
Yeah.
Okay, before we jump into your conversation and our conversation with you, Crystal, I have to ask you. You watch reality TV?
I do.
Do you think they're adding value to our community?
I get what both you guys are saying.
Crystal, you cannot.
I'm sorry. I get what. Hold on, it's a bug in here. I get what both you guys are saying. I get what Toya's saying. It's because if we never see those things, then we would never know that these people had these businesses, right? I know it's lining their pockets, but you're also seeing the stuff that they do. Some of the stuff that they do in the community, because Bravo's not going to show everything, right?
Exactly.
They're only going to show what they want to show that brings them ratings.
Yes, I agree.
But if you go to their individual pages, you will see the stuff that they are doing.
I agree with that too.
But then you got these people. You have people on your side. You have people that look at this reality TV and they're like, "Oh my gosh, that's all they can see." They don't see, that this is scripted and it's, what I'm saying, they're making people do these things. People are putting themselves in these situations to have arguments and stuff like that. They don't know that, and they think that's like real life situations. You know what I'm saying? And they don't know any better. So that. You would think, oh, they don't bring anything because that's all they do is fight and drink and go on vacation and fight and drink and you know what I'm saying, do the same thing. But then there's the other side to it.
Okay, so this is what I'm going to ask both of y'all. Of all the stars that's on reality TV, you can count the ones that are actually using their platform for good. There's more of them that is just lining their pockets than there are the ones that are doing good. So I hear what y'all saying. Y'all pointed out Portia, but y'all, Portia been on this show for how many years? And she just now starting to do like
Portia's just not learning
her from the beginning. That's what I'm saying.
Portia's learning.
She had to get herself in a position to where what she was doing would even make a difference.
She didn't even know. She didn't know any better.
Portia, how many of them?
Right. She was.
Who's the other?
Huh?
Who? Name me some more.
Okay,
so first of all, that's the only reality one I watch.
Okay, so you got.
I don't watch any other ones, but I do see them doing stuff. They always doing stuff, and guess what? that LBGATAVBC, that's they're constantly supporting. And you know our community is.
Yeah.
So what I'm saying is just because we don't see it doesn't mean it's happening. They don't see us on here talking about this, don't mean we're not doing it.
Right.
I want them to see it. I'm gonna send it to someone.
Why do you want them to see it?
Oh, because I want
Because
to
they have influence.
Yes, and I want to be famous.
Marsha,
But when
famous.
But let me tell you something. You can attest, and Marsha's going to be extremely famous. When I get there, I'm going to use my platform. I want you to write a picture, take it down, take a note, whatever you want to do. If I do not use my influence to help my community, may the Lord take it all away. And I mean every last bit of it. Take all of it. My thing is that this thing is bigger than us.
You know what they did show, and I know we got to get the crystal, but you know what they did show on that Atlanta show?
What?
When we were going through the pandemic and Candy did the whole food drive for her people in Atlanta. You can't expect her to want to feed everybody everywhere. So when you say their community, you can't be talking about over here in Forney.
No. I'm talking about
you won't see it. That's what I need you to know.
I get what you're saying.
You won't see it.
I get what you're saying. In some aspect, I do get what you're saying, but for the most part, a lot of them are not using their platform to further the community, their community. And then look here. This is how people in our group that stand
everybody's page and follow them.
This is the kind of mess that I get.
Tanisha, I love you.
That's the kind of bull crap. These are the type of messages that I get.
Oh Lord. Ooh,
well, we know awesome. That they're watching. Okay, let's get the crystal and her flipping.
Yes. Okay, read some of these comments because we don't want people to think we just ignoring them too. I don't want folks in pajamas.
Says, I believe the Kardashians reality show is a big part of their success, and they always have some mess too. Yeah, okay. But that mess is usually with like the opposite sex though. They don't have. I've seen fighting on there twice. Yeah, their reality show is a big part of their success, and they do a lot in their community as well.
They do.
Carlos says, and what's up with these kids wearing freaking hoodies in 100-degree weather?
They all want to die.
My son is one of them.
Tanisha said, you so silly. Okay, so that's it for the comments. Let's get to Crystal.
All right, y'all. So when I tell you that when I say I love when I see Black people doing great things in their lives or whatever, I love it. So I was talking to Crystal, and Crystal told me that she was in the process of completing her first flip. And what I said was that I need for you, she was like, well, let me finish up. And I'm like, no, I don't want you to finish. I need for you to come and give us part one of this thing. And then after you are complete, we're going to put your house on the thing, say this house is available so we can put it out there and say that, we need somebody to buy this house. Or are you trying to sell it or rent it?
Sell it.
We gonna when it's ready, we're gonna put it out here, saying it's for sale, and do all of that. But I wanted to know this process because I have definitely thought about, I want to do house flipping or whatever. A lot of us don't know where to begin. So why don't you? So where do you begin? Can you give us first of all, how long did it take you to decide that I want to flip a house?
You don't even want to know. First of all, I've been thinking about this and, doing the same thing everybody's been doing, doing YouTube videos and watching HGTV and all this other stuff. And it's like, man, I've been on this in my mind for like 10 years, really.
Ooh. That's
a long time. I know, because I've been scared. Who wants to lose their hard-earned money? Okay. Who wants to do that? Nobody wants to do that. That's part of people's problem. I don't want to lose my money because what else? What's going to happen once my money is gone? You know what I'm saying? So I've been thinking about it for a very long time. It's like, it's that saying was it the SH or get off the pot, that kind of thing. And then, I got tired of talking about it with people, and it's like, I'm not going to do anything if I just keep talking about it. I have to actually just do it.
Yeah.
So I started with trying to go to different programs, and here we go with the education thing. You need education.
Yes.
Books. You can do some YouTube, but I have found that going to an individual who knows what they're doing and who's willing to help you is the best thing for me. I'm a person that needs hand holding when it comes to stuff like this. And I teamed up with my my mentor, Deborah Douglas. She's on my Facebook page, and she has her own real estate group. I think it's the Deborah Realty Group. I think. I might be doing it wrong. I'll look and see. But her email address is Douglas Dwellings LLC. So, anyways, she's my mentor, and she has a program also. So, I've been doing the program with her. I've been with her since I think March, and then I got the property in May. And when we first started, I said, "Oh, I'm getting the property. I'm getting the property by May," and it happened. So we went through wholesalers. You get emails from wholesalers, and we found a property that way. So you get on a wholesaler's email list, and they send you pictures of properties. Maybe you might get 6-10 properties a day, and you just look at them. And go ahead.
Were you looking for foreclosures?
These were properties that were they're properties that were on the wholesaler's list. They're basically as is properties, not foreclosures, but they're basically as is properties. So you don't get to go in there and say, okay, I want a inspection, and I want the seller to pay for this. No, you buying the property as it is, and usually you want to buy a distressed property so you can fix it up and do the whole equity thing. You know what I'm saying? Fix it up and flip it like what I'm doing, or fix it up in what they call BRRRR, which is BRRRR.
Wait a minute, BII.
No, BRRRR. BRRRR.
4 R's.
Okay.
She's like, okay, whatever.
No, I wrote it down.
Okay. So that is, buying the property, rehabbing the property, renting the property, refinancing the property, and repeat.
Okay.
Because you're taking the equity out, and then you putting the equity somewhere to another property.
Okay.
Once you do that whole birth situation. Anyways, so that's my plan for my next property. Right now, I decided to flip. Baby, when I tell you I have learned, it's nothing like the experience. I'm telling y'all, it's nothing like the experience of doing this whole thing. It's scary as hell, but it's nothing like it. It's nothing. You can't get that from a book. You can't get that from YouTube. You just can't get it. So you have to actually go and do it, because then you deal with contractors. You deal with, if you're doing the older homes, you're looking at as they say, when you open up walls in an older home, you never know what you're going to get. So you're opening up walls, and then you have all these stumbling blocks that you have to overcome these things, right? You have to figure out how am I going to do this? And because when I went into the place that I have, I went in with all these grand expectations, right? I want to spend grand money, but I went in with all these grand, I'm gonna take that wall down, expand the bathroom. I have to send you the video. My very first video is I'm gonna take that wall down, and I'm gonna make this bathroom wider, and then I'm gonna take this wall down, and I'm gonna make this room wider, and I'm gonna close this in. Some of the things I was able to do, but then because of the layout of the place and it being old, you just can't do it. And I don't want to spend all my money on that. You know what I mean? I'm not trying to go broke behind it.
Okay. So did you have to find your own contractors, or how did you go about finding the contractors, the people that was going to work on your home?
Yes, I went about finding my own. So in Deba's in her program, she teaches you, things that you can do to find people. So there's groups on Facebook, DFW investment groups, contractor groups, just like what
It's a whole bunch of folks out there on Harry Hines too, right?
No,
they be sitting out there waiting with their utility belt and tools.
And they're day workers, and they gonna come in there and mess up your stuff, and they gonna work that one day, and they gonna mess your stuff up and go to somewhere else and mess up somebody else's stuff.
That's when you tell them, y'all are my workers now.
No, ma'am.
Marsha always trying to reinvent the wheel. I don't know why she don't just try to do things the right way from the beginning versus trying to do it the easier way or the most.
Those people that are Harry Hines, they know what they are doing.
How do you know that?
You know that.
This is how you know. You come there and say, "How do you do this?" And if they say, "Oh, you just take some putty and you do this," be like, "Oh, never mind. You don't know what you're doing. You have to."
But you have to know how to do it.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know electrical work.
So you're gonna go Harry Hines and just get anybody who says,
no.
I know.
You got to get an electrician for that. And then it really do be people on Harry Hines that really know what they're doing.
Tanisha says on Cooper Street in Arlington are the best workers.
No, ma'am. I don't know about what's on Cooper Street.
It's like Harry Hines. My house gonna be jacked up. Okay, go on, Crystal.
No, I ain't gonna be able to do it. So she directs you to go what groups to sign up for, and then you go in there and they have all kinds of questions and answers to questions and people that they've used before for contract work. Mm-hmm. The best advice, one of the best things I would give, the best advice would be to vet your contractor. Make sure that the person that you're getting them from, you know that they've done work. You've seen their work, because I'm on contractor number 2 and I'm not happy.
Oh,
I'm happy now.
Yeah.
But I bought my place in May, beginning of May. We're now, where are we at? Beginning of July.
Oh, yeah.
Exactly. Yeah.
Wait, so what is the time frame for a flip?
It depends on how much work needs to be done.
Okay.
So for my property, that property should have been done in 2 weeks.
Okay.
Because the things that I was gonna do, that I'm doing, is just I'm changing out the bathrooms, you know what I'm saying, taking the shower and the vanity out, and the mirror, redoing the flooring, and painting the entire place and carpeting and things like that. Not major, like building up brand. Well, I did put up a wall, but it's not a major wall, you know what I mean? So it depends on what you're doing, because some stuff will take you 4 or 5 weeks, depending on how bad the place is.
Okay, so let me ask you a question. Do you think that you can put this up in your bathroom?
What? Girl, no ma'am. I saw that. That's a hot mess. Like, who's doing that? Why would you do that? Why?
She said, "What's missing?" Somebody said a bay window.
Okay, look, y'all have got to see this. Look, I'm looking for this for everybody else.
That's terrible.
That's enough. Look, she put, girl, a mess.
Wow,
a mess.
Wow. I wonder if somebody really, really did that. If that's real.
Somebody did that. Oh, black.
Even if they just did it for the picture, they did it.
Yeah, they did that. Somebody did that.
I don't
for sure.
Why?
Tanisha said you can also get great deals through a day labor company. They give you a set price and they pay the workers themselves to do the job for you.
Okay.
Oh.
Okay, that's good information.
Suggestion, yeah. It's good information.
So
I didn't know there was companies out there, day labor companies.
There's one that Victor used to work through, and they do it as well. Did you do some of the work yourself?
The only thing I did was take the floor up.
Okay.
And me and my son, we took look how she looking. Why are you looking like that, Toya? Why are you looking like that? I'm serious. We did, man.
Listen, I'm not doing nothing.
Okay, that's all I planned on doing. You know what I'm saying? The rest of it, I was leaving it to the professionals because that flooring wasn't no pump. Like my son burned me by accident with the heat gun thing that you put on the floor to get the tiles up to loosen the adhesive underneath.
Okay.
He burnt me by accident. He didn't see my arm right there, and then I got like
I was working too close together.
The closet was small, so he was right here and I was right here. Yeah, I don't. You know what? Let me tell you something. I respect those people that do that.
There's nothing like having to do something yourself to make you gain a whole new appreciation.
Man, say that. Because I was like, my back was hurting. I was like, I know they have a machine for this, right? They have a machine for this. So we got these things, and we taking a tile up like this. And I'm like, I know there's a machine for this. I don't want to spend the money to rent it. So I just want to get these little $10 tools that me and my son had, and we're gonna take this stuff up ourselves. Some of the floor was easy, some of it was difficult. But I was like, nah, I'm not doing that. Why am I putting in this much sweat equity? Why?
Yeah.
I don't need to. I could just get somebody to do it. So yeah, that's the only thing that I've done.
Tanisha also says that she was an assistant manager for a day labor company. She said you can always negotiate a rate. Don't settle for the first rate, but tell them that you're getting a quote and pick the best one.
Oh, look at her.
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah, that's good.
Awesome.
So maybe that's something you use on, later on another one of your flips or something. That may be something to look into. To be really honest with you, talking to you, man, look, what I'm sitting up here thinking is that we need to put together I keep telling y'all this, a community wealth, a couple people we get together and we put our monies together and flip some of these houses. That's what we need to do. Okay,
so that's what we need to do. But not all people have that same mind. You can't work with everybody.
No, I agree. Yeah. I agree.
You understand? You can't work with everybody. You can't work with everybody's everybody. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying?
Oh, I know exactly what you're saying. But this is how you weed them out. Okay, I'm gonna tell you straight up. This is how you always.
I'm listening.
You tell them put up or shut up. When you ask for that moolah, you know who's real and who's not real. Okay,
I got it.
When you ask for that moolah, okay.
All right, let me see what I got in there.
Right.
That's right. When you ask for that money,
where my bank account set up.
Yeah. Right. Yeah. When you ask for that money, you always know where they mine and everything else is at.
I need to know what your money looking like before we sign a contract, though.
Oh no. We put the money together first. See, Christy, baby. You have to get the money up front. We don't. That's what
I said. We want to see what it look like before we do anything.
Yes. Yeah. You and that's how you weed everybody out, and it's put up or shut up, and then you do everything the legal way. You get contracts. When you have contracts and you put everything in writing, black and white, it makes everything legal. A lot of times, especially when Black people trying to do business, is we gonna do this, me and you, and ain't nothing in black and white. Yeah, ain't nothing in black and white. I do black and white. I got burned one time doing it with a bunch of Black people and Black people.
I'm gonna get enough of saying that N word.
I know it's gonna come back and bite me, but it's two types of people, Toya. I always keep telling you that it's them,
the have and the have-nots.
Yes, most definitely. And they are. If you act like a nigga, you a nigga. If you act like a black person, you're a black person. It's a difference. Ain't that right, Crystal?
It is a difference. It's right. Hey, I didn't say it. She said that word, but it's
I
the
said
truth.
it.
It's the truth, because I ain't gonna lie to you. Because this some folks that I just like, I'm not even finna deal with y'all because y'all gonna act like them, and I'm not fooling with you. I'm not acting like I'm better than them.
Tanisha says,
Oh, I'm better than them.
I'm not about to act like that though.
Marsha loves acting like that. Tanisha says, when they start sounding like Tommy from Martin, then they are not suitable for a business.
Okay, so as far as what are some of the pros and cons of starting flipping?
The pros,
as far as this first phase of it.
Okay, my pros right now are my experience. That's a pro. That's a plus.
Okay.
It's also a con because you have the good part of the experience and then you have the not so good part, which, the cons can be all these things that need to be done. So there's 5 things that you can do to a property. And I think I've done 3 of there's 5 major things. And I think I've done 3. So those are cons. You don't think that they're going to come up, but they come up. Mm-hmm. And you have to get it done. If you don't get it done, who else is going to do it?
Mm-hmm. This is yours.
Exactly.
You have to do it.
Okay. Now this it's not a financial question, but it is. You can decide whether you want to answer this or not. Did you take out a mortgage or did you pay cash?
Well, that's the thing. I guess you could say I took out a mortgage because there's different types of lenders. There's hard money lenders, there's private money lenders, and then there was another group of people, but I never got that far. So I went with hard money lender, but the fees for hard money lender are high.
So I want everybody to make sure you're listening to this, because this right here is really, really good information. This part right here is good information, because I asked that question is because a lot of people, that's what that may be their hang up is, I really want to do this, but do I take out a mortgage? Am I supposed to be saving up X amount of dollars to do this? They don't know this part of it. And so we're going to have to probably dig into that whole part of the types of lenders too. I'm going to make sure I make a post about that, types of lenders.
And then, like when you're buying these particular kind of properties that are as is, no warranties, anything like that, they want to sell them fast. So the people that those hard money lenders, private money lenders, they can finance fast. You can buy a property in 2 or 3 weeks.
Oh, wow.
Instead of buying it like through a regular lender who's going to take 30 to 45 days, these people don't have time for that. But you also got to have some of your own money too. Okay. Though the hard money lender will put up money for the financing, like the big part of the financing, you still got to have what they call closing.
So do you have to have the closing costs and all that type of good stuff?
You have to have closing costs. You have to have definitely have to have closing costs, and then you have to have some part of your rehab. Some of the lenders will pay for, they'll finance part of the rehab and the actual loan itself.
Okay.
Property.
Okay, that's good.
You also need to have what?
Good credit.
Right. Do not come because these people that are lending you this money, they want to make sure that you paying bills and stuff, because you got to pay them. Okay, you're going to have to pay these people back. So they want to make sure that you're going to be able to pay them. Don't come to them with a 500 credit score talking about, I want to flip a house. I got $10,000 and a $500 credit score, and I want to flip a house. Well, you need to work on that credit score first off, because get this, if you don't have enough cash to do the rehab and and your hard money lender or whoever's lending you money, the private money lender, is not going to give you enough to do the rehab. You can't get no credit cards. If you got bad credit, you can't get no credit nowhere else to pay for the rest of the stuff that you're going to be paying for. So then you in there and you're stuck. You can't make no moves. You ain't got no money.
Yeah. How did you go about selecting the house that you wanted to, that you chose? Was it based upon, okay, this doesn't look like it's going to require a lot of work? Was it the price point? How did you select your home?
The price point.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, okay, I don't like you said, I don't think that this is going to require too much work to where I can't, you know what I'm saying, I can't afford to do it, or it's going to take a really long time to do it. I selected it like that, and trying to make sure that I have enough in between what I paid for it and what I'm putting into it, that I'm going to be getting my money back plus some.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? I want to make a profit off of it. So if the margins are too tight, then I wasn't even going to look at it. And it helps that my property is in Garland as well. So it's like 15 minutes from my house.
Okay.
I think I've read some things that if you're flipping, your first time flipper, or you do it every now and then, your property should be close. And I found this to be true because when I first started, I started out having to get estimates for stuff, for flooring, for paint, for this. Usually if you have a general contractor, they'll do those things for you.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? But I want to make sure I want to make sure I'm getting the best deal. So I want to know. So I had to make several trips, over to the property to just be there, to be like, okay, so what do you think? How much is this going to cost? And how much is this going to cost? And how much is this going to cost? Before I found the right person.
I'm telling you, this really, really interests me, because I sit here and I think about, I think about all the different people that I know, and especially the people that I would love, if I was going to do this, who I would want on my team to do that, because I know people that are really handy. I know there's a lot of stuff that I know how to do my own self. But I think, I think on the outside looking in, it sounds like, oh, this is something I can definitely do. But I think once you get into that thing, just like anything else in this world,
yeah.
While you're on the outside, you can say, oh, I could have did that. Oh, I could have did that.
Yeah.
But it's when you're on the inside of that thing, it looks completely different.
Baby, listen.
Yeah.
You hear me? Completely different.
Yeah.
Completely different. It's a whole, you change your whole mindset of what you're looking at. You know what I'm saying? Like, you looking at it like, oh yeah, that's easy. It's not. Mm-hmm. It's not as easy as it looks.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? People make it look easy, and they don't tell you everything, especially, TV. They only have like an hour to show you stuff.
Yeah. That's why I was thinking, how long is this thing supposed to take? Because on TV, it take an hour.
Yeah.
They flip it in an hour.
Yeah. They flip it in an hour, and you only see in the highlights.
And they make $100,000.
Yeah. Yeah.
Make $100,000. I'm quitting work tomorrow.
Okay.
That's only Chip and Joanna Gaines that can do it.
Oh my God.
Yes. I'm telling you.
Everybody else, they show days and days and days and days and days and weeks and weeks.
And remember Crystal and what's her name? Christine and her husband. They got a
Tariq, something.
Tariq, yes. They're
not married anymore.
I know they got a divorce.
They're married to somebody else now.
Yes.
Yeah. Oh, she divorcing that man too.
See? Poor thing. I love
reality TV.
Yes, and I love them, and them suckers could flip and flop in a minute. Okay, and when I say we need to go to California, that's what we need to do.
You can go to California.
I can't afford nothing in California. I can't.
No, you can go to California. You want to? I need to stay where I can afford something.
But they fixing up. Okay, have y'all seen the guys that are in Detroit?
Marsha.
Tanisha said,
This is what she not gonna do.
Total got a lot of comments. What's she talking about?
She said, Marsha E. Deli, I knew you could do anything after you stole your daddy's truck and parked it back in the exact same spot.
Ooh.
I put sticks there because Marsha is smart.
Oh, Marsha's smart. That's what I'm talking about, Marsha.
Tanisha, I need you to get off of I need you to get off.
Well, we are at an hour and 20 minutes, 19 minutes, 38, 39, 40 seconds.
But this has been good. Okay, so Crystal, last words. What would you tell somebody who is thinking about wanting to start flipping homes? What would be your words of wisdom to them?
Get you a great mentor to guide you.
Okay.
Get you a great contractor when you finally do get your place.
Okay. And
make sure you have your credit together before you get started doing any of that.
Yes, most definitely. And let me ask you a question. When you was talking to these creditors, what was the credit score minimum that they were really like looking at?
You know what? I don't even remember. Only because my credit is good.
Okay. And that's why I said minimum.
I don't know. I when they gave the criteria, I don't remember. Let me say I don't remember. I'm not trying to be braggadocious or anything like that. Sorry. But
it's okay. I like braggadocious.
I don't like, everybody don't like that though.
It's okay.
They can't handle that.
It's okay.
So anyways, I don't remember the criteria. I will send you information once I find it of the criteria if it had it on there.
Good night.
Okay. I like that, Crystal. Crystal, we thank you so much for joining us.
Yes, thank you so much. You always
thank you guys for having me.
Laughs and all the knowledge.
I'm telling you, she's really, really good. When you sell this house, we're bringing you back on, okay?
Oh yeah. When I get it listed, when it's done and it's listed, then I'd like to come back on. Then we can do the before and the afters, and
we'll give you a lot more time too. And I won't act like a black person because Crystal was supposed to come tomorrow on Black Friday, but I need to have a date night with my man, so I had to cancel it.
Make that happen. Ain't nothing wrong with it. You see how I just changed. Okay, what you want to do? Okay, I knew you had plans. It's okay. Do that. We need to keep that black love strong. Do that.
Yes,
that's right.
Thank you so much, Crystal.
Thank you guys for having me
here.
Thank you.
All right, bye-bye.
Bye.
Okay, so that was some wonderful nuggets.
Yeah, man. Let me tell you,
nuggets, right?
Every time she come on here, she drops some. She drops. She is fire.
She does.
She's so funny.
So if y'all missed the last, I think she's been on here 2 other times, right?
Twice. Mm-hmm.
Y'all should go back and look for it. You're not going to find it on YouTube because we weren't on YouTube at that point, but we are on YouTube now. So if you have not subscribed, please go and subscribe to Let's Talk About It with Etoya and Marsha.
Yes. And we will see y'all back here next week. Make sure you look at 15 Minutes of Fame next week. I have I got some really good people coming up on my 15 Minutes of Fame. Okay, y'all? I'm telling y'all, Marsha and Toya about to blow up and y'all don't even know it, all right? We're about to kill this, all right? I promise you. But anyway, make sure y'all
invite people out to the Black Wealth Ambassadors group. We love where we're going.
Yes.
Everything has been it's been so wonderful. If you're in the Dallas area and you're not doing anything on 4th of July, you can come out to Lancaster, however y'all say it. Lancaster.
They say Lancaster. I be saying Lancaster, but
Lancaster. Okay. The community center. We're having a big 4th of July celebration out there. And guess what? Teas, Cakes, and Things. We're sponsoring our cake. Hey,
wait a minute. Wait a minute. Baby. You're not just sponsoring. Let me tell y'all something about my friend, okay? She is the ambassador of the whole little thing, the whole 4th of July thing. She beat out everybody. Her cheesecakes and things, baby, is the stapler of Lancaster. Okay, when they want
And DeSoto.
when they want cakes and everything, my girl will be the one. I'm gonna look. I'm riding her coattail. I'm about to put on me a chef hat and talking about I'm her assistant because I'm trying to be up in there and rub shoulders. But congratulations to you because you deserve it. You deserve it.
Darling. Thank you.
Yes. All right.
I guess I need to post my flyer tomorrow, Saturday and Sunday morning, just to remind people or let people know. Thank you, Tanisha. But yes, I am very excited about the blessings that God has bestowed upon me. I am so grateful for every opportunity that he's every door he's opened for me. I really love it.
And she proves my point. You get you some friends that's going somewhere. You stop hanging around with them chickens. Ain't none of my friends no chickens. They all eagles. We eagles. We fly high. We don't peck around on the ground. That's what type of people I roll with. Get you some of them friends, okay? We all millionaires. We all millionaires.
Speak it.
Yes. Okay.
So next week when we come in, I will be coming from New Orleans.
Hey.
I'll be New Orleans, baby.
Yes.
Hey, Mo.
So if y'all want us to talk about, if there's something that y'all really think that we need to be talking about, hey, y'all know what to do. Y'all always let us know. If you have a business and you are a business, you're an author, you have a service, whatever you have, if you like to be featured on our 15 Minutes of Fame, please reach out to me or Toya. We are looking for people to fill those spots for Health is Wealth on Wednesday. And of course, we're still looking for people to do our Black Fridays. Black Fridays is really about us giving out nuggets. And that's where Crystal was supposed to be on Black Friday because she was supposed to be giving us some nuggets. But if you have, if you're an investor, whatever, you got some knowledge you want to share to our people, Black Friday, it has your name. That's your spot. If you contact us. All right, let's go ahead and end this. Well,
okay. So you guys tune in next week for another episode of
Let's talk
about it. Good night, everybody.